Love is the creative power of the universe. It is the invisible force that shapes everything seen and unseen. When you feel love deeply and purely, you align yourself with the divine energy that manifests worlds. Love is not weak. It is the most potent energy that exists. It does not struggle or strive. It simply is, and through its being, everything becomes. When you learn to use love as your inner vibration, your outer world begins to rearrange itself in miraculous ways. You do not have to chase after the things you desire, for love draws them to you. Everything that belongs to the frequency of love finds its way into your life effortlessly. The relationships you've longed for, the abundance you've imagined, the healing you've prayed for, all respond to the energy of love, because love is the language of creation. Begin by feeling love without reason. Feel love before there is a visible cause. Feel it when there is nothing to love, and watch as reasons to love begin to appear all around you. This is how miracles are born, not by forcing outcomes, but by radiating the energy that naturally brings them forth. Every time you choose love over fear, trust over doubt, gratitude over complaint, you shift your entire reality. If you want to manifest miracles, you must become what you seek. You must embody the vibration of the miracle before it appears. Love allows you to do this. It dissolves the separation between you and what you desire. When you love the image of your desire as if it already exists, you give it life within the invisible realm. And once something has life in the unseen, it will inevitably express itself in the seen. When you close your eyes and imagine with love, you are planting living seeds in the soil of the universe. These seeds do not need struggle or worry. They need only the warmth of your belief and the light of your love. Every loving thought waters them, every moment of gratitude nurtures them, and soon they bloom into experiences that others call miracles. But to you, they will feel natural, because you know they were born from the energy you carried within. Do not confuse love with emotional attachment or desire for control. True love is expansive, free, and unconditional. It asks for nothing in return. It gives because it is its nature to give. When you love your desire, not because you lack it, but because you have already received it in consciousness, you are one with the creative power that forms reality. You cannot fail in that state, for love never fails. Look at the world through the eyes of love, and it will reveal its hidden perfection. Even challenges are softened by it, transformed into stepping stones for greater blessings. The person who lives in love is untouched by fear, for love is the awareness that all is well. It whispers to you that everything you desire is already yours, waiting only for your acceptance. When you wake in the morning, feel love for the day before it begins. Feel love for the life you have and the one that is unfolding. Feel love for the unseen forces working on your behalf. And when you sleep, rest in love, knowing that this energy is still creating for you, still moving mountains in silence. You do not have to beg or struggle for miracles. You are the source of them. They flow from your heart when it is filled with love. What you love in imagination becomes your experience in reality. The invisible responds faithfully to your inner state. If you love, you align with the creative law that cannot fail. Love is not a reaction. It is a command to the universe, spoken without words. The moment you choose to love yourself, your desire, your world, you set into motion the most powerful force that exists. Everything begins to shift, unseen paths open, and coincidences unfold with divine precision. Love does not need to know how. It simply knows that it is done. And when you live in that knowing, Miracles are not rare, they are natural. Love is the beginning and end of all creation. Every star that shines, every breath that moves through your lungs, every heartbeat that sustains life is born from love's silent command. It is the current that flows beneath every act of creation, seen and unseen. When you understand this truth, not as a concept but as an experience, you begin to use love not as an emotion, but as a divine instrument. You begin to realize that everything in your world, every circumstance and event, mirrors the level of love that you hold within. To manifest miracles, you do not need to learn new techniques or chase endless affirmations. You need only to align your heart with love and allow it to express itself freely through you. Miracles are not accidents. They are the natural consequences of love fully expressed. When you operate from love, you operate from harmony with the laws of the universe. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every feeling you hold becomes a seed in the fertile ground of creation. And when that seed is nourished by love, it must produce after its kind. Love turns invisible possibilities into visible realities. It draws to you everything that resonates with your inner vibration. If you want to change your outer world, begin by changing the feeling of love within you. When you desire something deeply, love it. Love it as though it already belongs to you. Love the vision of it, the feeling of it, the beauty of it. Let that love grow until it consumes every trace of doubt or fear. In that moment, creation begins. Love does not wait for evidence, it becomes the evidence. It acts as the bridge between imagination and manifestation. What you love in imagination becomes clothed in form because love gives it substance. Every great change in life begins with someone daring to love what cannot yet be seen. Close your eyes and imagine the life you wish to live. See it in detail, but more importantly, feel love for it. Feel the deep joy of already having it. Let that love move through your entire being, your mind, your body, your soul. As you hold that feeling, the universe responds. The unseen forces begin to align circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring that vision to life. This is not wishful thinking, it is law. Love is magnetic, it pulls toward you the likeness of itself. When you radiate love, you radiate creation. Many believe that love is something that must be earned or given conditionally, but true love is not dependent on circumstances. True love is a state of being. It is the awareness that you are one with everything you desire. When you live in this awareness, there is no separation between you and your dream. You do not need to wait to beg or to prove yourself worthy. Love already declares you worthy. Love already knows that what you seek has been given. The moment you feel love for what you desire, that moment the miracle is conceived. To use love energy consciously, you must learn to feel it even when your senses deny its presence. If you look at the outer world for confirmation before feeling love, you reverse the process of creation. The outer world reflects. It does not create. The true act of manifestation is internal. You must love the unseen long before it appears. Love your health before it is restored. Love your abundance before it arrives. Love your success before it is visible. Love your peace even when chaos surrounds you. When you can love despite appearances, you exercise divine power. You awaken the sleeping miracle within. Love is not limited by logic or circumstance. It flows beyond the boundaries of reason. When you use love to manifest, you are no longer restricted by what is probable, you are guided by what is possible. Love knows no limitation. It does not ask how or when. It simply knows that what it loves must come forth. That is why those who live in love witness what others call miracles. Because love transcends time, matter, and resistance. When you hold love in your heart for something you desire, that love becomes a frequency that the universe must answer. It cannot be ignored. You are broadcasting a vibration that calls to all things resonant with it. It may come as an unexpected meeting, a sudden idea, a chance encounter, or a door that opens at the perfect time. But none of it is random. It is love arranging the pieces of your life with divine intelligence. You do not need to chase the manifestation. You need only to remain in love with it. Love does the work. There is a profound simplicity in this truth. If you can feel love and remain faithful to that feeling, you can manifest anything. It does not matter what the world says, what logic argues, or what your past has shown you. The moment you feel love for your desire, as though it were already real, you align with the version of yourself that already has it. That alignment is the creative act. It is the invisible shift that makes the visible inevitable. Think of love as light. When you shine light upon something, darkness disappears. Likewise, when you shine love upon your desire, fear dissolves. And where fear once blocked creation, love opens the flow. You begin to trust life again. You begin to trust yourself. You begin to feel guided, supported, and blessed. The moment you stop fighting reality and begin loving it, reality itself changes. It bends to match the vibration of your heart. Every miracle you have ever witnessed or heard of was born from love. Whether it was the healing of a body, the restoration of a relationship, or the sudden appearance of opportunity, it all began with love. Love has the power to rearrange atoms, to alter timelines, to shift the impossible into the inevitable. When you look at life through the eyes of love, the world stops being a place of struggle and becomes a canvas of divine possibility. Let love be your constant prayer. Let it be your answer to every problem, your response to every challenge. When you face fear, respond with love. When you encounter lack, respond with love. When someone wrongs you, respond with love. In doing so, you transform energy. You turn resistance into flow, anger into peace, and limitation into expansion. Love is the alchemist of the soul. It turns every shadow into light. The more you practice love, the more you realize that it is not something you send out. It is something you become. It is not external. It is your very nature. To love is to remember who you are. You are not a seeker trying to manifest miracles. You are the miracle maker disguised as a seeker. Love reveals this truth to you gently, like the sun rising over a dark horizon. To live in love is to live in constant creation. Every thought infused with love shapes the fabric of your world. Every word spoken from love carries power. Every act performed with love radiates energy that returns multiplied. You may not see immediate results, but know that love never returns empty. It is always working behind the scenes, building bridges, opening doors, preparing paths that you will one day walk upon in awe. You must learn to trust the timing of love. When you plant a seed, you do not dig it up each day to see if it has grown. You trust that it will sprout when the season is right. The same is true for manifestations born of love. They bloom when you have released the need to control and have surrendered to faith. This surrender is not passive, it is powerful. It says, I know it is done, for I have loved it into being. The more you love, the more you expand your capacity to receive. Love opens you. It softens the walls of fear and doubt. It makes you receptive to blessings that were once invisible. You begin to notice synchronicities, signs, and subtle nudges from the universe guiding you forward. Love speaks in whispers, and only a quiet, trusting heart can hear it. When you follow that inner guidance, you find yourself at the right place, at the right time, meeting the right people, experiencing what others call luck, but you will know it was love all along. Every morning, wake with the awareness that love is your greatest power. As you move through your day, let your thoughts be soaked in it. Love your job, even if it is not yet your dream. Love your home, even if it is small. Love your body, even if it has not yet reached perfection. Love your relationships, even when they challenge you. Every act of love refines your vibration. Every loving thought raises your state. And as your state rises, your world reflects it faithfully. You will notice that life begins to flow smoother. Opportunities appear naturally, and things that once seemed distant draw near. The outer world bends to the frequency of love, for it is love that commands creation. The more you give it, the more it multiplies. Love never diminishes when shared, it amplifies. In silence, practice this, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine a radiant light in your heart. Feel it expand with each breath. Let that light represent love, the essence of who you are. See it filling your body, your mind, your entire being. See it flowing outward, touching every person, every desire, every corner of your world. Hold that feeling for a few moments. That is the act of creation. You are not wishing, you are knowing, you are not asking, you are giving. You are radiating the energy that forms universes. When you make love your dominant vibration, miracles stop being rare and become your natural rhythm. Life meets you at the level of your love. The world outside cannot resist the one who loves from within. The time has come to stop waiting for love to find you and start becoming the source of it. For in truth, you are made of love itself. You are not here to chase miracles. You are here to remember that love is the miracle, and you are its living expression. Love is not something distant that you must reach for. It is the essence of your being, quietly waiting for your recognition. The world has taught you to look for power in effort, control, and struggle, yet the true power has always been in love. Love does not demand, it does not force, it simply allows. In that allowing, it creates. When you align with love, you align with the rhythm of the universe. You no longer fight against the current of life. You move with it, and as you do, life begins to reveal its hidden perfection. What once seemed like delay becomes divine timing. What once felt like failure becomes redirection. What once appeared impossible becomes inevitable. There is no greater secret than this. Whatever you love becomes real to you. When you place your attention upon something and feel love for it, you breathe life into it. It begins to take shape in the invisible realm, and soon it will clothe itself in form. This is the sacred process of manifestation. The invisible made visible through love's unseen touch. You can try to manifest through fear, through need, through desperation, but those energies only multiply themselves. They create more of what they are. Only love transforms. Only love multiplies beauty. When you love, you are not just feeling an emotion, you are aligning yourself with the creative source that birthed the stars. Love is the frequency of all creation, and when you tune into it, everything responds. The trees, the sky, the air you breathe, all vibrate in harmony with love. When you live in that vibration, you live in miracles. Imagine a moment when you felt pure love. Perhaps when you held a child, watched the sunset, or lost yourself in gratitude. That feeling was not something outside of you, it was you. It was your true nature emerging from behind the noise of fear and doubt. when you allow that love to fill your awareness. You are one with the creative mind of the universe. You are no longer limited by what seems possible. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are being the miracle. Love carries within it infinite intelligence. It knows the perfect path for your desires to unfold. You do not have to know how your dream will come to pass. You do not have to plan every step or force every detail. Love knows. Love arranges. Love delivers. Your only task is to remain faithful to love, to hold that inner feeling regardless of outer appearances. When you encounter something in life that seems unlovable, that is your invitation to transform it through love. You are not asked to accept injustice or stay in situations that harm you. You are asked to bring love into them, to see beyond fear, to remember that even in darkness, the light of love exists. The energy of love dissolves resistance and reveals new possibilities. It turns conflict into understanding, scarcity into abundance, sickness into healing. Love is the original healer and the only true one. You can test this truth easily. Take any area of your life that feels heavy, hopeless, or stuck. Instead of fighting it, begin to love it. Love it not because it is perfect, but because it exists. Love it because it is giving you an opportunity to grow in awareness. Speak to it in the silence of your heart and say, I see you and I love you. Then feel that love flow toward it like light. You will feel the energy begin to soften. You will sense movement where there was stagnation, clarity where there was confusion. That is love working through you, transforming your reality at the deepest level. Love never leaves you where it found you. Once you begin to live by it, everything begins to shift. The people in your life respond differently because they are feeling your energy even if they cannot explain it. The opportunities you once struggled for now find their way to you. The desires you once chased begin to chase you. That is the paradox of love. When you stop grasping and start radiating, you become magnetic. The world around you is your mirror. It cannot show you anything that is not first within you. If you want to see more kindness, become kindness. If you want to see more abundance, feel abundant. If you want to experience more love, be love. The reflection must follow the image. It cannot do otherwise. Love yourself, love your vision, love your life, and the mirror of reality will respond with miracles. Every moment is a choice between love and fear. Fear contracts, love expands. Fear says, I don't have enough, while love says, everything I need is within me. Fear clings, love releases. Fear doubts, love trusts. The moment you choose love, you open the door for the miraculous. Fear blocks the flow of creation, love sets it free. Love is also the energy of faith. To love your desire as though it already exists is to have faith in its unseen reality. This faith is not blind, it is knowing. You are not hoping for it to happen. You know it already has in the invisible, and love makes it visible. You cannot separate love from faith. They are two sides of the same creative coin. The more you love, the more you believe. The more you believe, the more you see. You are always manifesting according to your inner state. The outer world is not punishing or rewarding you. It is simply echoing what you hold within. When you fill yourself with love, the echo must return as love expressed in form. When you love yourself deeply, life begins to mirror that love. Your body grows stronger, your mind clearer, your relationships more harmonious. You begin to see beauty where once you saw flaws. You start to notice opportunities instead of obstacles. This is not illusion, it is perception cleansed by love. Think of your mind as a garden and your thoughts as seeds. Whatever you plant and water with feeling will grow. Most people water seeds of worry, doubt, and fear, then wonder why their life blooms with difficulty. But if you water your thoughts with love, the garden of your life becomes paradise. Each loving thought sends out vibrations that create harmony around you. You may not see the results instantly, but love is patient. It does not rush, for it knows that what is loved must manifest. The practice of love is the practice of presence. To love is to be fully here, fully awake, fully alive in the moment. When you love, you are not divided between what is and what could be. You are at one with creation as it unfolds. And in that oneness, the miraculous becomes ordinary. The person who lives in love is never truly alone. They feel connected to all that is. They sense the whisper of divine guidance in every step. They know that every encounter has meaning, every event has purpose, and every challenge hides a blessing. To live in love is to live in continual gratitude, because you begin to see the divine pattern woven into every thread of your life. If ever you feel lost or uncertain, return to love. It is the compass that never fails. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and remind yourself that love is your true nature. Ask yourself, what would love do in this moment? Then do that. The answer will never lead you astray. Love may ask you to forgive when your ego wants revenge. It may ask you to trust when logic says doubt. It may ask you to give when fear says hold back. But if you follow love, you will find that it always leads you home. There is a sacred stillness at the center of love. It is not loud or dramatic. It is gentle, peaceful, and certain. When you rest in that stillness, creation becomes effortless. You begin to manifest not by doing, but by being. You become a living prayer, and your life becomes a stream of answered desires. This is how miracles happen. Not because you force them, but because you allow them. Love allows. It creates without resistance. It invites, receives, and expresses. When you stop resisting and start loving, you enter the flow of infinite possibility. What once seemed out of reach comes close. What once seemed broken is restored. What once seemed lost returns in better form. Love redeems all things. You do not need special words or rituals to use love energy. You need only sincerity. Sit in silence, close your eyes, and feel love for the life you want. Not because you are missing it, but because you are already one with it. Feel love for the version of yourself who already lives that reality. Feel love for the people who will share it with you. Feel love for the joy that it will bring to others through you. As you feel it, you are creating it. Every breath becomes an act of creation when it is filled with love. Every heartbeat sends waves of manifestation into the field of reality. You are constantly radiating energy. Love simply makes that radiation conscious. The universe is listening not to your words, but to your vibration. When your vibration is love, your requests are answered instantly, though they may unfold through time. There are infinite layers to love. At first, you may experience it as warmth, then as peace, then as joy, and finally as oneness. Each layer deepens your ability to create consciously. When you reach the state of oneness, you realize there is no separation between the lover, the loved, and the act of love. The desire you hold and the energy that fulfills it are one and the same. You may wonder how to maintain this state when faced with the demands of daily life. The answer is to make love your habit. Begin every task with love, even the small ones. Wash the dishes with love. Walk with love. Speak with love. Think with love. Every moment infused with love becomes sacred, and the sacred naturally attracts miracles. When you truly understand love as the energy of creation, You no longer fear the future, because you know it is shaped by your present vibration. You no longer cling to the past, because love transforms it into wisdom. You stand centered in the now, radiating the power that makes worlds. You realize that everything you have ever sought, peace, abundance, joy, freedom, was simply love in different forms. Love is not a tool you use, it is the truth you become. And as you become it, you transform the world around you without effort. You heal not through words, but through presence. You inspire not through persuasion, but through being. You attract not through demand, but through resonance. That is the silent majesty of love, the creative power that makes all things new. When you live in this state, you do not need to chase miracles. They begin to chase you. They unfold around you like petals opening to sunlight. You begin to notice that the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances appear at exactly the right time. You begin to see the hand of love guiding every detail of your existence. And the more you trust it, the more it reveals itself. The only true work is inner alignment. The only true goal is to stay in love. When love becomes your natural state, you will see miracles not as extraordinary events, but as natural expressions of who you are. Love was the power that created you, and it is the power that will create through you for eternity. And so, when you finally understand that love is not something to seek, but something to be, you unlock the greatest secret of creation. Love is the master key that opens every door, the silent force that bends reality in your favor. When you think, feel, and act from love, you are no longer asking the universe for miracles. You are commanding them through your very being. Do not wait for the world to change before you choose love. Choose love, and the world will change before your eyes. The impossible will bow to you, for love knows no resistance. Every dream that burns in your heart is already answered the moment you love it as real. Let love be your prayer, your language, your state of being. Let it flow through your words, your imagination, your every breath. And as you do, you will see that miracles were never something you had to attract. They were always the reflection of the love you dared to become.